I'm Brian Heidelberger, a partner with the law firm of Winston & Strawn in Chicago, and I'm here today with your Advertising Age mini law lesson. But first, a little disclaimer. I am not your attorney and this is not legal advice. So you're probably wondering, why am I watching this if it's not legal advice? Well, probably because you're wasting time at work. But that's not important right now. I did approve this message, so let's go on. Today, we're talking about the California Attorney General, who advised app developers that they have 30 days to get their act in order. California Attorney General recently sent out letters to app developers reminding them that there need to have privacy policies and that at a minimum there needs to be a link to the app's privacy policy easily accessible within the app. Penalties can be as much as $2,500 per time the app is downloaded. So this is serious. If you've gotten a letter, you want to make sure that you've got your privacy policy and your disclosure in place. And even if you haven't gotten a letter, you want to take care of this ahead of time before that letter comes in. What else has happened in the past couple months? Well, there's been a recent settlement in the loyalty program area where Rite Aid settled a suit with a bunch of California counties. What they were doing was advertising things like "it's like paying" or "it's like getting it for," as you see in this advertisement that we've got up here on the screen. And the California counties were concerned that they might have conveyed to consumers that they were actually paying that $199 price you see there. In fact, what really happened is you paid that amount, you got some loyalty program rights, and you got a coupon which later you could use to come back and make another purchase on a future date. So it really wasn't like you were paying $199. It was like you were paying $399 and then getting $199 in savings for the future. Now, Rite Aid also was alleged to have failed to redeem gift cards that had a cash value of less than $10 as required by California law. So that's something else that they got in trouble there for. But the penalties for the total violation were $800,000. So definitely a serious issue. What else do we want to talk about? Well, celebrity fan websites got in trouble recently for not filing the Children's Privacy Online Collection Act. And the issue there was that, hey, you need to get prior parental notice and consent if you're going to be collecting personal information of children under the age of 13. And a variety of celebrity fan websites run not by the celebrity but by other companies such as JustinBieber.com, Rihanna.com. Those types of websites were allowing kids under the age of 13 to register, to create profile, even to post on members' walls. All of those things were disclosing personal information of children, and they hadn't received parental consent, or the parents hadn't even necessarily been notified that this website was collecting that information. Another problem that you might not have thought about was kids started typing in the information and then they never finished it on the website, and they never fully registered, but the website continued to collect and keep that information even though they really didn't need it. There was a stiff $1 million penalty there. So it's something you really want to be careful about to the extent you are collecting information of children under the age of 13, or if your website is attractive to children under the age of 13. What about charitable solicitations? That's all the rage these days with a variety of causes that people have. And that is basically a promotion whereby you solicit to consumers make a purchase of our product and a portion of the proceeds will benefit a charity. In the social media context, what people have been doing is saying things like our page or follow our Twitter feed. And for every follower on our page, we will donate X amount to a particular charity. Well, the New York Attorney General has recently issued best practice guidelines where they've indicated how people should treat this type of promotion and how they should advertise it without creating confusion among consumers. You see here there's a number of things that they want you to disclose in the advertising, such as the name of the charity, the amount of the donation that will go to the charity, as well as the start and the end dates of the promotion. But what's really important is that if there is a minimum or maximum donation, that you disclose that amount. And if the amount of participation among consumers, whether by liking a page or making a purchase, doesn't affect the amount of donation, you can't imply to consumers that it does. Another thing to be worried about is that you don't want to have a minimum or a maximum limit that's reached in the first day of your promotion. That's pretty deceptive to maybe have a maximum whereby it's $100,000 and by the day one of your promotion, you've already reached that maximum. You don't tell people, and everyone thereafter is been participating, thinking they're benefiting the charity when they're not. The FTC has, the New York Attorney General has specifically indicated that social media promotions are covered. Well, we recently had an e-lunch in our practice, and we wanted to tell you a little bit about it, and that was about negotiating the digital agency-client agreement. Clients want certain things, agency wants another, and somehow they've got to meet at the middle. These are things like the client wanting free fixes to the website, and the agency only wanting to do that for a short period of time, after which they want to get paid. Client wants exclusivity for the agency during the time period of creation. But for a short project, sometimes the agency can't or doesn't want to give exclusivity. They're not making enough money for that. Ownership is a very important point, and some agencies want to limit the amount of content that they transfer to only those unique creative elements that are created for the client and not the underlying technologies of the agency, as well as not that generic type code that it creates in the process for the agency. They also only want to transfer ownership of the content upon payment of the fee. You see a variety of other issues here, and the key really in negotiating an agency-client agreement is finding a middle ground which both parties can agree to, because you're going to be living with each other for a long time to come. So that's it today for your Advertising Age mini law lesson. It's time to go back to work or take a nap. And again, be careful out there.